We are discovering many residents in Hillsborough County may not be aware they were recently added to an updated evacuation zone. All new at 6, ABC Action News anchor Paul LeGrone is here with a new area now in the path of possible storm surge.
Yeah,
Paul?
let's go right to the map here. Of course, this is Tampa Bay, Hillsborough County. The area I'm talking about here, right down in Apollo Beach, this area around the Big Bend Road area between I-75 and then west to that Bay area where the power plant is. A lot of new homes down there, a lot of new residents new to Florida, and new evacuation zones that are based on updated storm surge models. But not everyone cares tonight, and they tell me they plan to ride out Irma. Dale Perry is prepared for Irma.
And it's just neighbors helping neighbors.
This retired Army officer served in Vietnam, the Gulf War, and Iraq. He's a survivor.
But the idea is we take care of our families first, and then our neighbors, then our street, and then our communities.
Perry heads up a group of volunteers called CERT, which stands for Community Emergency Response Team. He lives in a part of southern Hillsborough County where the designated evacuation zone just expanded this summer, based on new data about possible storm surge in Apollo Beach.
They've changed their methods of determining how far the storm surge would go. So all the people basically west of 75, all these new subdivisions would be affected.
The bigger concern is for the communities that are being built closer to the water. It may not look like waterfront property where I'm standing right now, but we're just about 1.5 miles to the edge of Tampa Bay beyond those trees. And a lot of people who live here simply aren't aware that they're now living in an evacuation zone.
You know, personally, I wasn't aware. So just in talking to you when we first started speaking, that was the first that I had heard of that.
But despite living in the expanded zone, homeowner Stephen Jordan is feeling increasingly confident about riding out Irma. He's hooking up his home to a generator and says he's not going anywhere.
We've got a good concrete structure. We've got, cinder blocks filled with concrete with rebar going up to the trusses. I'm a Floridian. We're going to stay here pretty much regardless.
And while the storm surge may not be as big of a concern tonight, given the changing path of Irma, I want to show you something here. This is drone video of that same area just a couple of weeks ago after heavy summer rains. Bullfrog Creek flooded, really, right to the banks after a day of heavy summer storms. So it doesn't take much, but tonight a lot of residents tell me that they're willing to deal with this.